Thank you. A very good morning and warm welcome to you all once again. Thank you for joining us today to commemorate the listing of Astron Paper and Board Mills Limited on the Bombay Stock Exchange at this special opening bell ceremony. To start with the proceedings, let me tell you a little bit about the company. The company has been founded in December 2010 by Mr. Kirit Patel, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Ramakant Patel, Director, Mr. Karshan Bhai Patel, Director. The company is having its corporate office in Ahmedabad, and their manufacturing unit is strategically located in terms of access to key raw materials. Their existing manufacturing facility is located in Halwad, Morbi, which is approximately 200 kilometers away from Mundra port and facilitates ease of import and export. The company is having annual installed capacity of 96,000 metric ton, and currently they're working on installation of new machine to expand the capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our luminaries to you as we invite them on the dais and present them with floral bouquets. Please welcome with me Mr. Kirit Patel, Chairman and Managing Director, Astron. I invite now Mr. Kanu Patel, Director, Astron. Inviting now Mr. Ramakant Patel, Director, Astron. I invite now Mr. Mahavir Lunawat, from Managing Director, Pantomath Capital Advisors Private Limited. And now, Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha, Chief of Business Operations from BSC. Please give them a warm welcome. And now, as our tradition goes, for all new beginnings, we will seek the blessings of the Almighty and start the proceedings by lighting the auspicious lamp. I invite all our dignitaries to please move to the front for the lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you. I now invite Mr. Mahavir Lunawat, Managing Director, Pantomath Capital, to present the opening speech. Mr. Mahavir Lunawat.
Good morning all, and very, very warm welcome on this historic, auspicious and joyous occasion of listing of Astron Paper and Board Mill Limited on main boards of Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. At the outset, I must congratulate the birthday boy, Sri Kirit Bhai Patel, the Managing Director of the company, and the birthday boy Astron Paper 2, who will be celebrating or who is celebrating its Foundation Day as well. So big compliments to the entire 7th Foundation Day. Friends, indeed overwhelmed to have received all of you on this indeed a truly marked historic occasion in Indian capital market. When we entered as Pantomath in capital market, we were told one thing very firmly and very emphatically, that perhaps there is no market for an IPO below 200 crores. And there's only an SME board, alternate capital market, which exists for IPOs of perhaps 5-10 crores. We took that as the advice, as the input, as the learning of veterans. We kept on learning and we managed the highest, biggest IPO of 58 crores on SME capital market, and market welcomed that, and we continue doing a lot of SME IPOs, which was perhaps not envisaged. In the journey, we met Astron Paper and started exploring what should be the size of this IPO. And when we look at the numbers, the growth potential, the management team, the vision, we thought perhaps this is a fit candidate for main board. But then came the dilemma whether an IPO of this size will have enough appetite, will have the investor favoring this size. We took the challenge, we formed one syndicate, spoke to brokers, and did roadshows as if it's a 7,000 crore IPO. And friends, we are having numbers in front of us. I understand the 70 crore IPO has got ever highest record subscription for any main board IPO of more than 50 crores, that is 240 times plus. We garnered 17,000 crores of gross subscription against an IPO size of 70 crores. Again, we were told that there is hardly any institutional liking for IPO of this size, and numbers reveal that a small portion of 10% of institutional allocation of this IPO, that is 7 crore in value terms at IPO price, we received the QIB participation 100 times in QIB category. And all marquee names, of course I cannot take the names as per regulations, but I can share with you that leading bank treasuries, foreign portfolios, domestic institutions are all there in that list of 100 times QIB participation. Close to 400 times HNI subscription, and even retail was much more than expected. And I must give the entire credit to the company Astron Paper, the kind of business model it has presented to the investors, the kind of clarity with which it could communicate to the investors, and of course, in process, be it advisors in the field of public relations, advisors in the field of stockbroking, advisors in the field of even printers, registrars, escrow bankers, bankers to the issue. And pardon me if I am not kind of recalling any name, but I do mean all partners in process, without whose support this perhaps could not have been possible the way we have done. Of course, this is our first main board venture, but I think it can't be better than this. So kudos to the team Pantomath, led by Madhu, my better half and executive director of Pantomath Capital, ably supported by Sahil, Unmesh, and the entire team. Again, pardon friends for not taking the individual names. Friends, we have finalized 5 main board mandates in last 4 days, and that is because of the renewed confidence, and this is, according to me, a trend-setting IPO, not only for Pantomath, but for entire market. And when we spoke to a lot of fund managers, a lot of institutions and ultra HNIs, PMS, the common thread was that here is a space which is perhaps not very explored by the market constituents, and the economies are in favor, and logic is very simple, that a company of this size can grow multi-bagger, can grow multi-bound in short time, and that's where investors return. So I think we are going to witness more and more of IPOs of, let's say, in the range of 50 crores to 300 crores, and that's the space I'm sure investors will be now waiting for more and more Astrons to come in the market. Friends, we meet a lot of people. I personally meet more than 300 entrepreneurs every month, but there are few entrepreneurs who make a mark in our minds. And Astron management is one of them, not because they are present over here, but because of their sheer business acumen, their quality, and their vision. And I think it calls for a big round of applause for Astron Paper. The Patels, which are known for their Diaspora Connect, the Patels, which they are known for their business acumen, their growth and commitment to the business, and I think this Patel community will be a role model not only for their ecosystem as Astron, but I think for the entire Patel community, fraternity, and the capital market as a whole. Even before we could complete the IPO, the company announced formally as part of offer document the inorganic growth by acquiring a new plant, and that's the kind of commitment with which the company is going through, that even in the midst of IPO, they have continued their focus on business, and they acquired a new plant, which I'm sure will be operational very soon. So with their second plant, organically expansion, and also the new plant coming up, I think the company is poised for the right kind of growth, and I'm sure the kind of money which has been garnered by the company, the kind of confidence which has been reposed by investors, the company will not only meet, but rather beat the expectations of investors across. So thank you very much, investors from across national and international boundaries, and I'm sure that this will lay a new foundation for a very well-governed, very transparent, and systematic driven growth at Astron. I have a lot to say, but I think I should contain considering the time limitations, and I'll keep up for my further remarks maybe at some other relevant occasion. With this, I must again thank all partners in the process, Team Astron, Team Pantomath, and compliment Kirit Bhai, Ramakant Bhai, Kanu Bhai, and the entire management team of Astron. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lunawat. And now to hear it from the promoters, I invite Mr. Kirit Patel from Astron Paper and Board Mills to address the gathering. Mr. Kirit Patel.
Namaskar, good morning everybody. It's indeed pleasure for all of us. एक सोच थी आज परिणाम में बदलने जा रही है अप्रैल महीने में ये जर्नी स्टार्ट की थी टीम BRLM पेंटामथ एंड आवर साइड। आज अभी ये फिनिश होगी। क्रेडिट गोज टू BRLM टीम, पेंटामथ, कांगा एंड कंपनी एंड आवर सिंडिकेट मेंबर्स, एस्ट्रॉन टीम। मैं खूब आभारी हूँ BSc एंड NSC प्लेटफॉर्म से, जो हमको एक सपोर्ट्स मिला है, जो एक कोऑपरेशन मिला है, एंड एश्योर दैट जो भी कंप्लायंस BSc NSC से रहेंगे वो हम पालन करेंगे। एंड लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू सपोर्ट्स फ्रॉम BSc NSC, हमको आगे और सपोर्ट मिलेगा, वो एक आशा रखता हूँ। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Mr. Patel. Inviting now the host of this ceremony, Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha, Chief of Business Operations, BSc. Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha.
A very good morning to everyone present here. I would like to welcome on behalf of Bombay Stock Exchange, Shri Kirit Patel ji, Shri Ramakant Patel ji, Shri Kanu Patel ji, Shri Mahavir Lunawat ji. Indeed, it's a momentous day today as we end the year with this IPO listing. So this is really a momentous occasion, and I would like to congratulate the Astron team for this momentous occasion. And from whatever statistics were given earlier by Shri Mahavir Lunawat ji about the company, about the IPO, I think it has been, it shows that there is a significant investor interest in IPOs. And as we close the year, when we look back, this year IPO market has raised 70,000 crores plus of funds, around 153 IPOs, and this should be, I think, the 154th IPO, if I'm not wrong, which have been listed this year across SME, main board, etc. So I think it's a very, very good way to end the year. So I would like to congratulate everyone who are assembled here. An IPO gives prominence to the endeavor of a company, and we at BSc always look forward to encourage the accomplishment of these best practices. We have around 5,500 companies listed with us, making it the largest exchange in the world in terms of number of companies listed. The story of BSc, if indeed has been the story of the Indian economy, our benchmark index, which was compiled in 1986, has risen multifold since 1986, as everyone would be aware. So this, as we close this year, we also understand that the robust capital markets which have developed because of so much of investor interest and so strong growth and so much of good governance which is taking place, which is, I think, reflected. So from an exchange point of view, the only limited point for us is that as this company gets listed, as any company gets listed, sir, and as you rightly pointed out, you have a new set of stakeholders, which is your shareholders. So I'm sure with respect to governance and all the best practices, you have already mentioned that will be part of your agenda. So thank you very much, sir. We wish you all the best with respect to the listing, and thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kulshrestha. And now to mark this proud occasion and to thank all those who have been instrumental in making this day possible, we will have an exchange of mementos. I invite Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha, BSc, to present a memento to Mr. Kirit Patel from Astron. Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha to now present the memento to Mr. Kanu Patel, Director, Astron. Next to receive the memento is Mr. Ramakant Patel, Director, Astron. Inviting now to receive the memento, Mr. Mahavir Lunawat from Pantomat. In a reciprocal gesture, Mr. Kirit Patel to also present a memento to Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha. And I now invite the representatives of the following companies to please come and receive mementos. First, I invite Mr. Mahavir Lunawat from Pantomat Capital Advisors, lead managers to the issue, to receive the memento by Mr. Kirit Patel. Inviting now Kanga and Company legal advisors to receive the memento by Mr. Ramakant Patel. Inviting now Mr. Harish Hinduja, Lincoln Time Private Limited, registrar to the issue, to receive the memento from Mr. Kanu Patel.
This Kanga is missed out. Kanga. We are giving to Kanga. Thereafter they'll give.
That is Kanga and Company legal advisors to the issue, receiving the memento right now. Inviting now Mr. Harish Hinduja, Lincoln Time Private Limited. Next, I invite HDFC Bank Limited, banker to the issue, to receive the memento by Mr. Kirit Patel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the most awaited moment of this event. And we still have a few more people and companies who have supported us and are dear to us, and we will resume the memento presentation soon after the bell ringing ceremony. Our dignitaries have already reached the gong. And I invite everyone to join me with the countdown as we're 10 seconds away. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Congratulations! Astron Paper and Board Mills Limited is now live on the BSE. I request our dignitaries to stay by the gong for photographs. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Our other associates will receive the mementos. It will be delivered to them. And with this, the event comes to an end. And I once again take this opportunity to congratulate everyone in Astron and thank all of you for making this event successful. We truly appreciate your presence and support. Do join us for refreshments hereafter and have a great day ahead. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are resuming with the memento ceremony. And I invite HDFC Bank Limited, banker to the issue, to receive the memento from Mr. Kirit Patel. Tejashree Chaudhary from ICICI Bank Limited, banker to the issue, to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. Inviting Pantaloon Stockbrokers Private Limited, syndicate member, to receive the memento from Mr. Ramakanth Patel. From Ajmera Associated Limited, syndicate member, to receive the memento from Mr. Ramakanth Patel. Inviting now Skies and Days syndicate member to receive the memento. Please a little low because we have live interview going on. Inviting next Choice Private Limited, syndicate member to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. Inviting Nirmal Bang Securities Private Limited, syndicate member, to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. Moving on, Rekha Securities Limited, syndicate member, to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. Inviting Concept Communications Limited to now receive the memento from Mr. Kirit Patel. Inviting now SAP Solutions Private Limited, printed edition, to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. Next we have Crystal Printers, printed edition, to receive the memento from Mr. Khan Patel. I invite now Parth R. Patel, CFO from Astron, to receive the memento. Inviting now Uttam N. Patel, Compliance Officer, Astron, to receive the memento from Mr. Kirit Patel. not the least, Mr. Sai Ikabala, Panther Capital, receive the medal from Mr. Ramakant Patel. And that's all for today. Do join us for refreshments. Thank you.